Hi, Todd from Relatively Paranormal Equipment here with another ghost hunting equipment review, and this time it's actually also a comparison between the FLIR ONE Gen 3 regular thermal imaging adapter for your Android or iOS phone camera and our newest piece of equipment, the FLIR ONE PRO Generation 3. Huge step up in quality in both the filming, resolution, and detail that you're going to get with this baby as opposed to this baby. Both great thermal imaging cameras, both work with your cell phone in an absolutely fantastic and easy to use way. Just a big step up. The regular FLIR ONE has a resolution of 4,800 pixels. The FLIR ONE Pro has a resolution of 19,200 pixels. And believe me, in the comparison video I'm about to show you, it makes a big difference. In the comparison video, the FLIR ONE is on the left, the FLIR ONE Pro is on the right. Right away we can tell there is a huge difference in coloration between the two videos. That has to do with the fact that the FLIR ONE Pro can tell micro differences in temperature between objects where the FLIR ONE cannot. You can also tell the massive difference in detail that the FLIR ONE Pro has due to the 19,200 pixels as opposed to the 4,800 pixels of the FLIR ONE. Now the reason why we bought this is because we have been capturing some outstanding evidence with the original FLIR ONE that we bought. Both of these devices use what's called MSX technology. What that technology does is it takes a regular video or picture and a thermal imaging infrared video or picture, and it overlays one on top of the other, giving you much more detail so you know exactly what you're looking at. This one goes for about $200. This one is twice as much at $400. So hopefully, and we haven't used it yet, it's going to give us twice the money worth of excellent paranormal evidence and videos for our show, Wickedly Haunted, on the New Bedford Guide Facebook channel. Both of them work with your cell phone on the FLIR ONE app. They both come with these really nice leather heavy-duty carrying cases. And with both of them, you can raise up the interface USB-C knob here, the device, depending on how thick your case is. Now, I happen to have an ultra-thick OtterBox Defender Pro case. I actually have to use these adapters on both of them. So I just snap the adapter on and I put it on my phone. The two camera lenses obviously face out. As soon as I hook it in, I have the app set up. Just turn on the device on the bottom here. So on the regular FLIR, this button right here gives you a center aiming like temperature point on it so that you know what the temperature is of whatever you're shooting at. It has several different color scales which you access through this plus button right here. Marissa and I just use this regular scale that we're used to, which is the yellow and orange are hot and the purple and dark colors are the cold spots. You just press the up arrow and it's going to say photo or video. You just press the one you want and bada bing, bada boom, now it's recording your video. These devices normally last about an hour, so we use them in places like basements, or if we're going to go outdoors or something like that, where it comes in really handy. Now let's get to the Pro so you can see what the differences are. One of my favorite things about the FLIR ONE Pro is that it keeps track of the hottest spot on the screen, the coldest spot on the screen, and the center point of what you're looking at. Each spot has a temperature. So in the paranormal world, we think that the apparitions usually show up as cold or purple, and sometimes negative entities can show up as hot. So the fact if you're looking at the screen and you see a cold point, it may be something you want to aim at in hopes of catching that apparition, or the hot spot in hopes of catching that negative entity floating around on you. But this is just so much more in the detail department, better. I was trying it out in my living room yesterday. I could see the fibers in my carpet, the wrinkles on my comforter. It was absolutely out of control. They charge very quickly, probably in like an hour or so. So if you're using it in the beginning of an investigation, you can throw it on the charger, carry it around with you, and then take it back out when you need it. There is one important thing about the FLIR devices to keep in mind. It's something I've never had a personal problem with, but I have read online that you want to keep them charged at all times. Do not run it dead and forget about it because it may not work the next time you turn it on. Here's my hack for using the FLIR for ghost hunting is to always have it mounted side by side with another like GoPro type camera, but it's also good to have another like perfect view of what exactly this was looking at to compare it to later on. Also, if you're going to show it on your ghost hunting evidence and you want to make sure that you can prove that what you're looking at was something paranormal, you can have your regular view side by side with your FLIR thermal view and show, hey, look, this was just an empty field. There's nothing there. Yet on the FLIR thermal camera, we're seeing a purple figure standing there waving at us or walking by or whatever. So that's my hack for the day for using the FLIR ONE or the FLIR ONE PRO. Both excellent cameras depending on how much you want to spend. Either way, you can't go wrong.